Namaste, welcome to the 3S Yoga YouTube channel. My name is Alex, and during this chakra series, I will not be talking so much about each specific chakra during the flow, but just know that I have designed each sequence and the movements to activate and engage each specific chakra all the way from the root up through the crown. If during the flow it becomes overwhelming or it can be a little too much, bring a healing awareness back to the chakra of focus, and feel free to like and share, comment, subscribe, and if you'd like to donate as well, there's a way to do that through the description below. Thank you. I hope you enjoy.
My name is Alex, and this is Alexandra. We'll be practicing today. Our root helps us get closer to our own foundation with who we are as people and get us a little bit closer to feeling inside of our own bodies and closer to the energy of the earth. Something I would maybe suggest to keep in mind, some affirmation you can use would be, I am nurtured by the energy of the earth. We can get started. We'll come into a child's pose. Bring the knees apart or closer together, whichever one you prefer. Whatever feels best for you. Start to settle in. And just feel around your body. Start to become aware of how you feel, where you feel it. Maybe even why you feel it. You might find some answers if you just ask. Why do I feel this way? And then without judgment, just let it go. Take a deep inhale into the belly. Maybe start to walk your hands forward, extending, lengthening the spine. And exhale as your hips sink deeper towards your heels, pushing your fingertips into the mat. Inhale, big into the belly, long spine. And exhale, sink a little bit deeper towards the earth, feeling the nurturing energy from the ground. Inhaling and exhaling. On the next inhale, start to walk your hands up and forward to the left, off your mat, maybe just a little bit. Getting a nice stretch in that right side body, just warming up here. Inhaling again, reaching your right hand a little bit further out. And then as you exhale, push your hands down and hips closer to the ground. As you inhale again, start to walk forward and over to the right side of the mat. Left hand can come on top of the right, getting long into that left side, opening up the ribs. Exhale, pushing your hands into the mat, into the floor, hips sinking towards the ground further. One more inhale here, long into the left side body. And exhale, sink a little bit deeper. Then we'll start to walk our hands back to the front of the mat, inhaling up into a tabletop, finding some cat-cow movements, moo meows, whatever you want to call them. Take your hands, fingertips spread really wide, as big as you can. Then inhale, we'll drop our heart, belly comes through, gaze comes up to the sky, tailbone lifts. And reversing that, pushing hands into the ground, heart reaches up to the sky, tailbone tucks underneath, gaze comes in towards your belly button. And then we'll inhale, heart comes through, belly drops, tailbone lifts, heart shines through the chest. And exhale, reach the heart back up to the sky, tucking the tailbone, pushing firmly into the hands and fingertips. Then take another inhale as our heart comes through, belly drops, tailbone lifts. And exhale, pushing the spine up to the sky, back of the heart reaches up, all the way tall, Then from here we can start to move laterally, left and right with the spine. Find some motions here that feel comfortable to you, maybe moving out in any directions that you need to feel better in your spine. So you can start to bring your right shoulder towards your right hip, your left shoulder towards your left hip. I like to kind of even take one side of my spine up at a time, so I'll push deeper into my right hand as I lift the right side of my spine, and then I'll go to the other side, push the left hand into the ground, lifting up the left spine. Finding that space around your spine as it connects to your entire body. So then from here, start to walk your fingertips backwards, moving into more of a wrist warm up. And just find the range of motion here. You can start to lift your palms up off the mat a little bit, one at a time or both. Maybe sway back and forth. It's really important to work and warm up the wrists, as we're on our wrists a lot in yoga, and that seems to be one of the main injuries that happen, if any. And then we can flip our palms up, finding that range of motion on the other side of our wrists, rocking back and forth, left and right. Now when we're ready, pop up onto the fingertips, shake the hands out. Take another round of cow cats here. Inhale, heart comes forward, tailbone lifts. And reversing that, heart pushing up to the sky. Tailbone tucks. Then from here, we'll start to walk our hands forward just a little bit, and we'll tuck our toes, lifting the knees for a plank. Holding here in plank. Sucking in your navel into your spine, holding one long line, reaching out through your heels. And then in one solid piece, your knees can drop to the ground if you need to. Just come down onto our belly. So from here, we'll take some baby curls. So you can unweight your hands completely if you want to get all of just your spinal strength using to lift up your body, or you can use your hands. So we inhale, lift the heart, and then exhale, release to the ground. Inhale, lifting the heart, and exhale, releasing. Inhale, lifting up to your highest, as high as you can. On the exhale, holding it here, and then inhale, lifting just a little bit higher. And exhale, releasing to the ground. Inhale right here. And exhale as you push your hands back up into the ground, finding child's pose once more. This is always a great place to rest. If anything becomes too overwhelming or you just feel like chilling, you can come right here. No one has to tell you when it's time to do this. Take a moment to come back to that intention. I am nurtured by the energy of the earth. Inhale back up onto a tabletop, and we'll tuck the toes and lift the hips up in for a downward dog. From here, we'll pedal out the feet, sending one heel to the ground at a time. Start to bring your fingertips as wide as you can and push firmly into the ground with the knuckles and the fingertips. We'll take our right heel closer to the ground and bending in that left knee. Just send the hips high, send the back of the calf a little bit further towards the ground. Inhale. Exhale. At the bottom, we'll switch it out. Left heel a little closer to the ground, bending into the right knee. Inhale. And exhale. Coming back again, pedaling the feet out. On the inhale, we'll lift the right leg up to the sky, squaring off the hips, And reaching through the heel, so flex the foot back towards your knee. And inhale as you lift your heel up tall. Then as you exhale, you can start to stack the right hip over the left and bend into that right knee if you'd like. Inhaling, reaching that right knee up as high as you can to the sky, all the while keeping your shoulders square to the front of the mat. One more inhale, lift that right knee as high as you can. Then re-extending the leg straight, squaring off the hips. Exhale, bringing our knee into our nose and hovering, holding here. And then when we're ready, we'll step it right thumb. Walk the left foot up just a little bit, back heel down to the ground. Inhale, longer heart, straight spine. And exhale, bowing our heart towards the front knee. So we'll have a slight bend in the knees here as we inhale, long heart. And exhale, bowing. Maybe our left hip reaches forward a little bit. Maybe the right hip reaches up and back a little bit. Inhale one more time over that knee, long spine. And exhale, folding back down towards the ground. Getting a nice stretch in the back of that right hamstring. On the next inhale, we'll bend both the knees. Back knee comes to the ground. And we'll inhale, rising hands up to the sky. From here, we can find a block if you have one on your right side, or you can stay hovering here for more of a balance and strength, but we'll square the hips, square the shoulders, and we'll start to bring the body over to the right. Getting a nice stretch in that left side body. Inhale, longer fingertips up to the sky and over to the right. And exhale, hinging a little bit forward. Now we'll inhale, fingertips back up to the sky. You can find support either on your hands, right hand, right knee, or left hand to your back, or you can stay hovered up top. We're going to take a little back bend here. Rather than sending our back straight back, we'll start to lift the heart up as we'll tuck the bottom ribs down and lift the heart up. And that's getting a back bend without really having to bend backwards. We're just lifting the heart. And from here, we'll come back straight up to the sky with the fingertips on the inhale. Exhale, hands come to heart center, and we'll twist over to the right. Left elbow hooking over the right knee. Inhale, finding a long spine, reaching the crown up away from the waist. And exhale as we spin a little deeper. We can even include our eyeballs in the twist, as these are connected to the spine as well. Inhale, long spine expanding. Exhale, twisting a little bit deeper, looking further off to the right. One more inhale, getting as long as you can through the top of your head. Exhale, twisting a little bit deeper. Inhale, back up to center and hands plant down to the ground. We'll find a lunge here. So pick up your back left leg. Straight leg, so lift your left knee, back of the knee all the way up, and sink your hips a little bit more as you reach your right hand up to the sky. We'll do some water windmills here. So exhale as we bring our fingertips back behind us and down. And then inhale as we bring our fingertips out in front of us and up to the sky. So making circular motions here. Exhale behind and down. Inhale in front and up. Nice and slow, just moving out through the spine. Maybe even your gaze can follow your fingertips for extra balance challenge. Take 3 more rotations here. So inhale up to the sky. Exhale behind and down. 2 more, inhale up. Exhale behind and down. Inhale up, holding it here at the top, twisting a little bit deeper to the right. Right fingers off to the left side of the mat. And coming back down to the ground, stepping back into a plank. taking our knees down to the ground for our first chaturanga, or you can stay remaining up. Elbows over the wrist as we bend down, shoulders towards the ground. Inhale for upward dog. And exhale, lift the hips back for downward dog. Find some movements here, whatever feels good to you. Then we'll inhale our left leg up to the sky, straight leg, long leg, reaching out through the heel. Left toes tucked or folded towards your knee. Inhale, reaching out through the heel. And start to stack your left hip over, bending your left knee and reaching your left knee up to the sky. Shoulders square to the front of the mat. Inhale, lifting that knee as high as you can, opening up in the hips. Exhale, holding it right here with the height. One more inhale, lifting your knee up as high as you can. And then we'll re-extend the legs, squaring the hips. And exhale, knee into the nose, hovering it. And when we're ready, stepping it to the left thumb. Back foot walks forward a little bit. Heel comes down. Slight bend in the knees. As we inhale, heart forward, parallel to the ground. And exhale, bow your heart over the left knee. Getting a nice stretch in that back left hamstring. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, bowing. Inhale, heart forward, right heel, right hip drops, left hip rises just a little bit. And then bow a little bit deeper. We'll take one more inhale. And exhale, bowing a little deeper. So then we'll bend both knees, back knee touches the ground. Inhale, reaching your hands up to the sky. Finding support on some blocks. We're going to come over to the left side. So inhale, reach your fingertips up to the sky if you're staying floating. Reaching your heart up away from your hips as we come over to the left side. Inhale to a long, long spine. And exhale, hinge over just a little bit more to the left. One more inhale, lengthening. And exhale a little bit further left. On the next inhale, reaching fingertips straight up to the sky. You can find support on your left hand or left knee, right hand behind your back. Start to just lift your heart as you inhale. Tuck the lower ribs down as you lift the heart up away from the rest of your body. One more inhale, lifting your heart high, tall. Then come back, re-extending straight up with the fingertips, hands exhaling, come to heart center, and we'll twist left. Right elbow hooks over the left knee. So from here, inhaling, long head, moving away from the hips, and exhale, twisting more to the left. Again, you can always include your eyeballs with the twist as they're connected to the spine. Inhale, long neck. And exhale, twist a little bit deeper. Inhale, extending the top of the head. And exhale, twisting a little bit deeper. One more inhale. And exhale, twisting a little bit deeper to the left. At the bottom of your exhale, rotating back to the front of the mat. Stepping back into a lunge here, and then we'll take the circles on our left side. So hips drop just a little bit, back of the right knee lifts, left hand comes up to the sky. Inhaling, exhale, hand comes behind you and down to the ground. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, behind and down. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, behind and down. Inhale, forward and up. About 3 more here. Exhale, behind and down. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, behind. forward and up. Last one, down, exhale. Inhale at the top, holding it right here. Starting to bring our left hand further over to the right side of the mat, getting deeper into our twist. And then coming back into a plank, finding our chaturanga as we exhale. Inhale for upward dog. Holding here for a moment here, so start to lift our chest even higher. Hips can sink a little bit further. Inhale. And then exhale, sending the hips high for downward dog. Walking it out here, we'll inhale up onto the tippy toes. And then as we exhale, we'll travel forward to the front of the mat for a fold. Feet about hips width distance. You can inhale to a long spine. And exhale, fold back down towards the ground. So bending our knees just as much as we need to rest our chest, torso. Staying here in ragdoll for some moments, maybe swaying back and forth. Maybe you can take your hands behind you and clasping them together to get a shoulder opener. Never aiming to experience any pain. Just finding our edge, exploring our bodies, seeing what we need. Again, like I was saying earlier, ask yourself, what do you need? What do you feel? It might not come to you in words, but there's an answer there that only you know. Only you know what you need. So then when we're ready here, we can start to walk the toes out a little bit wider, heels wider, and drop the hips closer to the ground, getting a deeper knee bend. Then we can start to walk our fingers forward, sinking a little bit deeper into the hips. And from here, start to walk our hands back. And we'll slowly make our way to a boat pose. So finding our way seated, feet come out front, fingers long out in front. You can straighten your both legs or you can bend your knees. Find your edge, find your challenge, find your boat. You're floating, you're flying. Engage, lifting the heart, long spine. And then we'll start to rock forward and back just a little bit. And then we'll eventually come back into that fold. So if you want to try to gain momentum to get there, you can do that. Finding your fold. You can use your hands back down to the ground if you'd like, however you want to get there. Inhale to a long spine, halfway lift. Exhale, folding down to the ground. Rotate the palms forward, rolling up like a wave, stacking one vertebrae at a time. Chin is tucked in. Slowly, slowly, slowly lifting up through the back of the heart. Inhaling our fingertips up to the sky as the gaze follows. Big completed inhale. Exhale, hands down to the heart center. And by your sides. Inhale, rotating hands up to the sky. Bending in the knees, hinging at the waist, heart leads as you come down to the ground. Inhale to a long spine, halfway lift. Exhale, stepping back for a plank. And we'll open up for side plank on the right side. So right heels over to the right and lifting up the left hand. Inhaling here. And exhaling back to a plank. Going over to the other side. Heels drop to the left. Inhale, reaching right fingertips up to the sky. And exhaling here. Back to a plank. Finding that chaturanga. You can drop your knees down. Exhale. Inhale for upward dog. Lifting the heart and chest up. Exhale, hips rising back for downward dog. Inhale, tippy toes. Exhale, bending in the knees, traveling forward to a fold, however you'd like. Walk, step, hop. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rotating the palms a little bit quicker, still rounding. Inhaling all the way to the top with the fingertips, gaze follows. Exhale, hands heart center by your sides. Slight bend in the knees as we inhale, rising fingertips to the sky. Leading with the heart, bend the knees back down to the ground. Exhale. Inhale to a long spine, halfway lift. Exhale, step back just the right or left foot. We'll drop the back knee. And sink the hips a little bit closer to the ground. So getting into our hip flexors here. Almost like a split. Forward and back, straight split in a way. Kind of almost like a lizard. Just getting open hips here. So you can hover, you can come high, or you can stay low. We're sinking our left hip a little bit closer to the ground. Inhale. And exhale. Start to walk your left foot back up into that lunge. Left foot steps back up to the front of the mat and switching it out. Right foot steps back. Long, big step, drop the back knee. Inhaling, opening the hips, dropping the right hip a little bit closer to the ground. Getting a stretch in that front right thigh. Underneath our hips. Inhaling into the hips. Sending that breath right where the tension is and releasing that tension. One more inhale into the hips. And exhale. Coming back into a lunge and stepping it forward to a fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold back down. Rotating the palms, slight bend in the knees as we roll up, fingertips up to the sky. And we'll find our chair, everyone's favorite. Sink the hips down, bending in the knees. However wide your feet are, have your knees stacked right above them. I personally like to keep my knees in together. It's a little bit more challenging. If chair isn't hard enough for you, knees can come together. So then from here, we'll start to unweight our left foot, hovering the left foot, standing into the right foot, and coming into a warrior 3 on our right foot. So we're finding a capital T with our bodies. You can take your hands heart center, or you can take them behind you, palms face down. You can take your hands out by your side, or in front of you, palms face together or slightly up. And from here, start to lower your left hip and lift up your left heel and drop your heart a little bit closer. And inhale, reaching the crown up away from your hips. And we're ready, we'll slowly make our way, stepping back into a crescent lunge. Toes tucking, left heel is high. And then from here, we'll start to twist over to the right. So hands come out to the sides and twisting to the right. Inhaling back up to center. Exhale, twist right. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist right. Inhale up to center. Exhale, twist right yet again. Maybe even start to take your right hand back behind you to your left thigh. Left fingertips coming up to the sky. And we'll start to windmill open for warrior 2. So drop your back heel to the ground. Right fingertips forward, left fingertips back. Inhale. Exhale, sink a little bit deeper into those hips. Inhaling here once more. Exhale, cartwheeling down to the mat. Start to rotate our feet over to the right and drop that left hip down to the ground. Just getting a nice stretch on the left side here. So inhale and exhale, finding more length, finding more space. And then on the next inhale, rotating back into that lunge. And we'll start to walk our right hand diagonally out in front and lift up our left leg, finding a half moon. So left hip is stacking over our right hip. Maybe you could find a block if you got one. Fingertips can reach left fingertip to the sky, right fingertips down. Inhale, expanding out in all directions. And exhale, finding that fold, coming back to a ragdoll. Resting our chest on our knees. Inhale, long spine. And exhale, fold. One more inhale to a long spine. And exhale, fold. Feet walking a little bit closer together, rotating the palms forward, slight bend in the knees. Inhale, rising, rolling up to the sky. Once you get to the top, drop the knees, sink the hips, chair pose. Inhale, long spine, reaching your heart, crown up away from the hips. Slight tuck of the tailbone underneath you. And then we'll slowly start to come onto just our left foot, hovering the right foot above, and slowly hinging forward into a warrior three on the left side. Capital T. Totally awesome. Drop our right hip down, right hip lifts. Fingertips reaching further out in front of us if that's where they are, or their center, wherever they are is great. Inhale, big, long, get long. Slowly bringing our right foot down to the ground for a crescent lunge. Sinking the hips a little bit deeper, bending to that front knee. Inhale, fingertips reaching up to the sky. And exhale, twist left, sorry. Inhale back up to the sky. Exhale, twisting left. Take 3 more. Inhale, sky. Exhale, twist left. 2 more. Inhale, sky. Exhale, left. Inhale, back up, straightening. And exhale, twisting left. Maybe that left hand can come behind you to your back right thigh. Right hand can come up to the sky. Inhaling here. And as you exhale, opening up for warrior two. Inhaling deep into the belly, deep into the hips, rooting down into the ground. I'm nurtured by the energy of the earth as our feet root down. I really like to visualize myself as a tree when I practice. Imagine that my feet or anything that's touching the ground is my roots. Inhale deep into the heart, deep into the belly. Exhale, sink a little bit deeper. Cartwheeling the hand down to the ground, rotating the feet over to the left side, getting a nice long stretch in that right side body. Hips are maybe lifted or maybe they're on the ground, wherever they are is good. Inhale into that right side. Long, long right side. And exhale, sink a little bit deeper into that space you've created. Inhale long to that right side. Exhale, sink a little bit deeper. One more, inhaling long to that right side. Exhale, sinking at the bottom of our exhale, start to rotate back into the lunge. And we'll start to unweight our right foot, left hand diagonal out, finding that half moon on our left side. So our right hips are stacked over the left, right fingertips reaching up to the sky. Inhale as we're expanding as big as we can be. Exhale, reaching right fingertips further up to the sky. And then we'll close everything back down to the ground for a forward fold. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale, fold. One more inhale to a halfway lift. And we'll step it back to a plank, finding our chaturanga. Knees can be on the ground. Exhale. Inhale, upward dog. And exhale, downward dog. Take your time here in downward dog, maybe even coming down for a child's pose if you'd like. Again, coming back to our intention, finding our foundation, understanding our bodies, asking our bodies questions, listening to their responses, feeling the nurturing energy of the earth at all times. And as we inhale, we'll come back up to tabletop, down dog. Then we'll start to walk forward to the front of the mat. Inhale to a halfway lift. And exhale, fold back down to the ground. Rotate the palms, slowly rolling up to the sky. Fingertips reaching tall, gaze follows. And hands back down to heart center. We'll take a tree here, so unweighting the right foot. Hug up our knee into our chest. Giving it a nice squeeze. If you haven't given yourself a hug yet today, make sure to do that. Make sure to do that every day, throughout your day, so you don't forget that you love yourself. And then from here, we can rotate the right knee over to the right side, and finding your foot on the inside of our left leg, wherever, except for on the knee directly. Then from here, we can take our hands to heart center. Any variation you'd like here is amazing. So find your spot, find your pose. I like to inhale as I lift my fingers up to the sky. Then I'll bring my right knee out a little bit further. And maybe you can bring your right hand down towards your right knee and start to lift up your left hand. If your hands are at your heart center, wherever you are here in tree, you're doing great. So then from here, we'll come back to center, bring our right knee back to the front of the mat, hug it into the chest once again. Maybe we could open up. You can grab the outside of the right knee and twist over to the right. If you want to go even further with this, you can grab the outside of your right foot and start to kick your right foot forward. Standing Shiva twist. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, twist a little bit deeper to the right. And then slowly with control, coming back to center, keeping the right foot hovered if possible. Take a couple pulses up and drop it back down to the ground. So now we'll inhale, fingertips up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. bending into our left knee and hugging that left knee into our chest. Nice big hug. Then we'll open up the left knee out to the left, opening in the hips, taking that left foot anywhere you'd like on the inside of your right leg, except for right directly on the knee. Hands come into heart center. Inhale, reaching our fingertips up to the sky. Hands can be wherever they like. If you'd like to bring your left hand down, back of the palm to the left knee, and reaching your right fingertips up to the sky, reaching the right side body maybe even higher. Inhale. Exhale, take it a little bit deeper towards your edge. And then we'll inhale, fingers back up to the sky, taking the knee back to the front of the mat, and then we'll spin open to the left, right hand outside the left knee. Inhale, long spine. And exhale, twisting deeper left. Slowly with control, coming back to the front, straightening that left leg, taking a pulse or 3, and then back down to the ground. From here, we'll inhale, fingers up to the sky. Left hand stays high, and we'll grab our right hand to our left side of our right foot, so inside ankle for standing bow. So finding ourselves square to the front of the mat before we start to hinge. We'll inhale, lifting the fingertips tall. Exhale as you start to kick your right foot out behind you. Try to stay long in the upper body, long in that left hand. Getting a nice back bend here. Inhale big into that heart. Exhale when we're ready, coming back down and rotating it out for the other side. Inhale, right hand up to the sky, left hand out behind us, bending in that left knee, grab the inside ankle, squaring out to the front of the mat first as we inhale. And exhale, we start to hinge, maybe kick the left foot up behind you. Inhale, reaching the heart up and forward, getting a nice back bend. Beautiful work, everyone. One more inhale to your edge. And exhale, finding our way back to a mountain pose. We'll inhale, fingers up to the sky. Bending the knees, heart leads as we come back to the fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, stepping it back to a plank, finding our chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. And exhale, downward dog. From here, find our child's pose, knees down to the ground. Take a moment of rest here before we begin our floor series. Big inhale into the heart. And exhale, let it all go, sinking deeper to the earth. Inhale into the heart. Send the energy all throughout your body. Inhale into your belly, into your heart, even into the back of the heart. Exhales are sinking a little deeper. On our next inhale, back up onto a tabletop. And we'll just bring our feet forward out underneath us, finding a seat. Bending in that left knee and straightening out the right leg. Inhale, fingertips up to the sky. And exhale as we twist over the right And then we'll inhale long once again. And exhale, fold down towards that right side. You can take a slight bend in your knee. Inhale, heart reaches over to the right. Exhale, you can even use your hands to pull yourself a little bit closer to your right foot. Inhale, long heart. Exhale, a little bit deeper. One more inhale to a long heart. Long back of the neck. Exhale, a little bit deeper. One more for good measures because it feels great. Inhale, long heart, long spine. Exhale, a little deeper. Start to crawl back up to seated straight up. Left hand plant by our left hip. Lifting up the hips to the sky, right fingertips reaching up and behind you. Finding like a rock star type of deal. Hips lifting up as high as you want here. And coming back down to the ground, we'll switch it out to the other side. So bending in the right knee, left leg straight. Inhale long, fingertips up to the sky. Exhale, twisting over to the left, getting ourselves straight over that left leg. Inhale up. Exhale, start walking our hands out forward towards our left foot. Inhale, longer spine, taking a bend in the knee if you'd like. Exhale, bringing our bodies closer to the left knee. Inhale, long heart, long spine. Exhale, pulling ourselves a little bit deeper. Shoulders relaxing away from the ears if we're pulling. Inhale, long spine, long heart. Exhale, sinking deeper. Take two more. Inhale. And exhale. One more inhale. And exhale. When we're ready, start to crawl back up to the top. Right hand, right hip, lifting everything up to the sky. Right shin stays on the ground, hips come up. Left fingertips reaching out behind you, hips rising. Back's bending. Inhale. And exhale, bring it back down to the ground. Bending in our left knee and bringing our right foot up over the outside of that left knee. So inhale, our left fingers up to the sky. And exhale, left elbow hooking over. Or you can just hug the right knee and twist right. Inhale, finding a long spine. And exhale, twisting deeper to the right. Again, using our eyes in the twist as well. Might feel weird, but it'll be really good for your spine. Inhale, tall, long spine. Exhale, deep as you can to the right. Then we'll inhale all the way back up straight. And we'll counter twist to the left. One more inhale with a long spine here. And exhale, deeper twist. Coming back forward, switching out the legs. Right knee down to the ground. Left foot up and over on the outside of the right. Inhale, our right hand is up to the sky. And exhale, twisting left. You can hook the elbow over the knee, or you can hug the knee. Inhale to a longer spine, long heart, back of the neck tall. Exhale, twisting deeper to the right. Gaze comes all the way out to the left. One more inhale, long spine, long heart, reaching through the crown of the head. Exhale, Sweep left a little bit more. Inhale, longer spine. Exhale, twisting deeper. And we'll come out rotating back to the other side, finding that counter twist. Inhale to a long spine up to the top. Exhale, twist deeper to the right. Coming back to center. However you'd like, we're going to find our way into a pigeon, and it'll be another few minutes till we're done. So we can come from a downward dog, it seems to be. We'll inhale our right leg up to the sky. Exhale, bringing our right knee to the right wrist. And foot over to the opposite side. Drop the back knee to the ground. And maybe start to walk your left knee back a little bit further as your hips can sink a little closer to the ground. And if this particular variation of pigeon here is too much, you can always do it right on your back, just how Alexander is doing here. Same things are happening. Take a big inhale into your heart. And exhale, sinking a little bit deeper wherever you are. And we'll mindfully start to make our way to the other side, walking our hands back towards our bodies. Left knee walks back towards the body. Finding that downward dog. If you're on your back, just switching out your legs. Finding that figure 4 pigeon on our backs. I'll demo this on the left side, so inhale our left leg up to the sky. Exhale, left knee, left wrist, foot out to the opposite side. And walk our right knee back as we sink our hips a little bit closer. Again, the figure 4 option on our back is also very much the same thing. This just depends on where you are. Listen to your body. Inhale deep into the heart. Exhale, sinking a little bit deeper. If you're on your back, maybe your left elbow can push a little bit deeper into your left knee. Never experiencing pain. I don't want to sound like a broken record, but it's very important. Inhale, finding new energy in your heart, sending that right to the back of your heart too. Whatever sensations you're feeling, good, I'm glad you're feeling something. Take another round or two here. In your own pace, as you'd like. And then when we're ready, finding our way to our back. If you're not already there, walking the feet out straight in front of you. We'll bend into this right knee just for a moment to get a nice supine twist. Just walk our hips over to the right a tad, and the right knee falls over to the left side. Inhale to a long spine. Right hands can come out to your right side. Your gaze can even follow. And exhale, twisting a little deeper. Trying to keep our shoulders square onto the mat. So always remember on the twists, we're inhaling as we expand and lengthening, creating space. And our exhales, we can twist deeper into that space we've created. Take one more round here. Inhale, You can even use your hand to bring your right knee closer to the ground. Exhale, twisting. And as you're ready, we'll come back up to center, scooching the hips over once and then again. Long right leg, bending the left, and taking the left knee over to the right side. Inhale, longer spine, shoulders plugging onto the ground. Exhale, twisting a little bit deeper, left knee over to the right side. Take another round or two here as you like. And when you're ready, we're going to come into our final posture for this class, this session, Savasana. You can stay here as long as you'd like.